When I play this song because it's the only story that I think of when I think of this song. Basically I always wanted to be Lionel Richie, right? I wanted to be cool enough to sing "Lady" and wear a white suit, while all my friends behind me wore white suits too. It was crazy what happened back in the Commodore's time. But I grew up in the South, and so I didn't know anything about Southern things. Like, I was a freak in the South, which is harder than being a freak in Jersey. You know what I mean? Like, what I mean is that you guys are open for all kinds of shit, and the South, you know, especially back in the 80s, we're not. And so, if you're a kid and you're in the South and you're growing up and you've got a mohawk and you've got earrings and you wear eyeliner and you paint your nails, and you listen to shit that nobody else listens to, and you don't know anything about cars, or guns, or sports, you're fucked. Like, you're just not, you're not gonna get laid, and you might get shot. Like, all these things are possible. And so I learned to play piano. This was my defense mechanism, to play piano so that I could go, you know, it's kind of like it was that and humor, like, just, don't beat me up, I'm funny. And I would go to these parties, they're house parties, right? House parties are a suburban thing, which are like, a lot of you that have kids right now and you're here, if your kids aren't here, a house party is what's going on at your house right now. Call him right now. Put him on the phone. No, Dad, it's fine. Dad, it's fine. In the background. So, but I go to these parties because I knew for a fact, here's the one thing I know about all these jocks from the South. They would pass the fuck out eventually. They get drunk, they do a lot of shots, they like to, like, you know, for some reason they were way more into impressing their guy friends than their girlfriends. So they would just be like, around a bunch of guys just going, no, I can drink more than you. And then they just pass the fuck out. And they would leave their girlfriends alone. And there I was, with a piano. And the Lionel Richie songbook tucked up under my fucking hand. So I could be like, hey, Tammy, because in the 80s and 90s in Florida, everybody was Tammy or Lisa. I don't know why, but it's true, it's true. And you go, hey, Tammy, what's wrong? And then I would go, oh, did Sean pass out on you again? Did he leave you again? I never liked him. Here, come here, sit down. Sit down. I know it sounds funny, but I just can't stand the pain. Girl, I'm leaving you tomorrow. Play my best Lionel Richie. And I'd be like, you feel better? You want to go upstairs and talk about it? No! Understand, it was a move. It's a cheesy move, and it was my move, and it's what I had. Everybody has a move, that was my move. But because of this, like, Lionel Richie was always just a huge part of my life, and years later, like, I got signed, and like, we're probably like, it was probably like right around the time when I put out my first solo record, like, so 2005, 6, somewhere in there. And I go into this hotel, and Lionel Richie's hanging out in the corner, and it's just him alone, and he's wearing a white suit, and he's just surrounded by chicks, just really hot chicks just all around him. And then this part I may be remembering differently, but in my head, there was just a light from God shining down on him. That part I'm not totally sure on. It could be, but I think there was, and I think I was hearing. And so, you know, like, you have to go, hello, right? Like, you have to, so, I go over, and this is a true fucking story. I swear to God, every word of what I'm about to say is true, because I just didn't have, my brain hadn't caught up with the moment, and the words were flying out faster than my brain could go, no. And I went, oh my God, Lionel, and he recognized me, so that was nice. I was like, hey. He didn't think I was from the Goo Goo Dolls, that was good. I said the first thing, which you should never do, by the way. Never say the first thing that pops in your head. Filter for a second and then rethink. I said, oh my God, your songs got me so laid. And he said, me too. The story of how Lionel Richie became my best friend.